Secretary, do you think the United States should continue supporting Ukraine in its fight against Russia, a nation that is hostile towards the United States?
Well, as you know, sir, President Trump is committed to peace.
No, I just want yes or no answers.
Today, the United States has spent billions of dollars.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Over years.
Just yes or no. Can I get a yes or no out of you?
We continue to send.
Come on.
Presidential drawdown.
It's that easy. Kindergartners can give me a yes or no. Yes or no.
Yes, we support peace in Ukraine.
Come on. Is this really leadership? Everyone here should be alarmed that the president has sent armed forces into a city against the wishes of a governor and mayor. I am concerned this administration is purposely escalating the situation with this step and politicizing our armed forces in the process. Let's call it for what it is. It's political theater. Hegseth, are the Marines in Los Angeles ordered to protect property by any means necessary?
Sir, I would say the ICE officers and police officers being attacked is not political theater. The National Guard and Marines,
just yes or no. Just yes or no.
The National Guard and Marines have the full authority to protect federal ICE agents.
Yes or no.
Can
you just say yes or no? This isn't Fox anymore. Just yes or no.
They're there to protect federal agents and federal.
Another BS answer. Under the SRUF, the use of force, are Marines allowed to fire warning shots?
No.
Now that's more like it. Isn't that easy? Well, I'm going to beat this drum because you refuse to take responsibility. Will you take responsibility for having made a mistake? Not to mention, many people would say break the law in participating in the Signal group chat that included a journalist, your wife, your brother, where classified information was shared.
Sir, every way I communicate is authorized.
Okay, if you want to say that. I have called for your resignation. I didn't think you were qualified before your confirmation, and you have done nothing to inspire confidence in your ability to lead competently. You broke the law in sharing classified information, and in doing so, endangered the lives of our service members that you are responsible for. Your inability to hold yourself accountable makes you incapable to lead. This alone makes you unfit to be the Secretary of Defense. Secretary, do you think the United States should continue supporting Ukraine in its fight against Russia, a nation that is hostile towards the United States?
Well, as you know, sir, President Trump is committed to peace.
No, I just want yes or no answers.
Today, the United States has spent billions of dollars.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Over years.
Just yes or no. Can I get a yes or no out of you?
We continue to send.
Come on.
Presidential drawdown.
It's that easy. Kindergartners can give me a yes or no. Yes or no.
Yes, we support peace in Ukraine.
Come on. Is this really leadership? You're an embarrassment to the United States. If Russia invades NATO allies, are you going to recommend to the president that we fulfill our Article 5 obligations?
Well, Russia has not invaded NATO allies.
No.
President Trump has
No. I reclaim my time. Yes or no? It's that simple.
There's Article 5 in NATO, which we recognize.
So is the answer yes or no?
That's what Article 5 is, yes.
Good. I'm glad you brought yourself to saying yes. Do you think political allegiance to Trump is a requirement for serving our nation, either in uniform or a civilian in the department?
I'm incredibly proud, as are millions of Americans.
No. Not today, Hegseth. Yes or no?
Congressman, you know what a silly question that is.
But it's silly enough to warrant a very straightforward answer. Yes or no?
We all support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my time anymore. You're not worthy of my attention or my questions. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're unfit to lead. And there's been bipartisan members of Congress that have called for your resignation. You should just get the hell out and let somebody competently lead this department.
Mr. Chairman, do we not have any decorum in here?
Thank you very much. I yield my time.
Gentleman yields back. And I would urge everybody to remember and maintain a decorum suitable for this chamber with their further comments.
What you just witnessed was Congressman Salud Carbajal holding Secretary Pete Hegseth fully accountable in a way that few public officials dare. This wasn't just a routine hearing. This was a confrontation about competence, accountability, and the very character of leadership in the Department of Defense. Carbajal isn't merely asking questions. He's demanding clarity, demanding yes or no answers, and exposing the way political loyalty has been prioritized over law, procedure, and duty. Carbajal's frustration is rooted in real stakes. The discussion about the deployment of National Guard troops and Marines to Los Angeles wasn't political theater. It's about how we use our military domestically. Marines and the National Guard are trained for war, for strategic operations, not crowd control or political point scoring. And yet here, Hegseth's evasive answers reduce serious questions about rules of engagement, use of force, and federal authority to soundbites. The congressman repeatedly pushes for direct accountability, and when Hegseth fails, Carbajal calls it what it is, an embarrassment. This exchange also highlights Hegseth's pattern of deflection. When pressed about classified information shared through private signal chats, including journalists, family members, and other non-authorized parties, Hegseth's response is that every way I communicate is authorized. Carbajal refuses to let that slide, pointing out the risk this behavior posed to the lives of service members under his command. This isn't just bureaucracy, this is national security. And the inability to acknowledge mistakes, to take responsibility, directly undermines the confidence Americans should have in their Secretary of Defense. Carbajal also drives home a stark contrast between words and action. Hegseth repeatedly dodges yes and no answers about U.S. support for Ukraine, the application of Article 5 in NATO, and whether political loyalty to Trump is required for service. These are simple, constitutional, and strategic questions. The fact that a top defense official struggles to give straightforward answers underscores why Carbajal calls him an embarrassment. Leadership is not about evading accountability. It's about being clear, principled, and transparent, especially when lives are on the line. Finally, this exchange reminds us that oversight is not a ceremonial exercise. It is a fundamental check in a functioning democracy. When public officials evade responsibility, Congress's job is to shine a light, ask the tough questions, and insist on answers that protect the Constitution and the American people. Carbajal's confrontation is exactly that, holding power accountable, protecting service members, and defending democratic norms. Every American should understand why this matters. These hearings are about more than optics. They are about the competence and integrity of those we entrust with our national security. Leaders must be accountable, transparent, and principled, not beholden to personal loyalties or political theatrics. If you believe leadership should be about service, not self-interest, subscribe to The Liberal Lens, hit the bell, join our Patreon community, and help us continue keeping the spotlight on those in power who think no one is watching. Accountability starts with awareness, and awareness starts with you.